This morning, we're continuing our Back to School series with a focus on transportation. It's a very important topic as RPS 205 is still looking to fill bus driver positions. This comes after class times were changed last year to accommodate for staffing gaps. This year, the district is working to ensure they're on the right track to get your child to school in a safe and timely manner. Our Dylan Valencia gives us a closer look.
From the very moment the ignition is started to when your kids return home, RPS 205 is on a mission to get your child to and from school in a safe and timely manner.
Bus drivers are a critical position. They're the first people that our students see at the beginning of every day, and usually the last person they see. They get on the bus, they go to school, they get on the bus, they come home. So having that warm, inviting person that can get them to and from school safely is a critical role in student success.
Right now, the district is short over 30 bus drivers. They currently have just over 160 bus drivers, but only 160 routes, which is why they are partnering with First Student, an outsourced company, to bring in more drivers.
That's one of the reasons we're doing 20 routes with First Student, so then we will cover 140 of our routes with that 162 drivers, which should help with all the call-ins for sick and the field trips and everything else that come up.
Nonetheless, fully staffed is just over 200 drivers. First Student will fill these gaps. They were also the same company that had gaps of their own, causing RPS 205 class schedules to change last school year.
They didn't have the drivers that we needed at the time.
The challenges that we had last year were something that came up on the 11th hour with a vendor we had contracted out.
Despite these challenges, RPS 205 believes they are starting on the right foot.
Our partners that provide some additional bus routes are also at significantly higher numbers than they were last year. So we anticipate a fully staffed transportation environment and no late adjustments to routes.
While they still have roles to fill, the district believes competitive pay plus in-depth training will attract more drivers. Over the last 2 years, they have raised the minimum pay from $15 an hour to $19.25.
I believe we're in better shape this year than we were last year. We still have a little ways to go.
So the question is, why might there be a bus driver shortage in the first place?
People don't necessarily always want to jump in behind a 40-foot vehicle and are scared of the size.
While they fill these spots, the district wants to remind parents of their bus tracking app. Throughout the school year, on average, each bus, just like this one, will hold around 50 students. Now, a lot of parents might not know this, but you can actually track RPS 205 buses in real time using this app, Stop Finder. Parents who don't use the app can register for an account to track your child's bus in real time. And moving forward, after hiring more staff, they hope to bring positive changes.
Lower bus loads so that students aren't crammed in quite as tight. If we're fully staffed, we wouldn't have to have as long of a drive time. So, because some students are on there quite a ways.
They hope to expand their routes to include stops within a 1.5 mile radius of a school, which are not offered right now.
And we can also start picking up students that live in our walk boundaries and get them to school as well. Especially for like an elementary student, 1.5 miles is a long walk in and a long walk home.
Right now, the district tells us that they have multiple classes of new drivers coming in. Because of that, while not official yet, they hope to increase routes within that 1.5 mile radius in the winter months.